Now it's September 2001, and I am walking from my home in Greenwich Village towards the World Trade Center, and I see a plane go into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. So I thought, that's the end of this job. I went to the NYU library and I logged on to my personal email account, and I sent an email to my entire family saying, I'm okay from Janet. Because none of my family knew exactly where I worked. They knew I worked downtown, but I don't think they realized that my building was connected to World Trade by a second-story bridge that passed over Liberty Street. I'm Janet Falk. I am 58 years old. My career now is public relations and marketing communications. I've had an eclectic career track, which includes being a college professor of Spanish, a securities analyst on Wall Street, investor relations, general public relations, and media relations. I'm from Westchester County, New York, specifically Ardsley. I went to college at Simmons College, a women's college in Boston. I received my doctorate in Spanish literature from University of California, San Diego, and I got my first full-time job at age 31 with 2 children, and taught for 2 years at William Patterson, which is a state college in New Jersey. I taught basic Spanish language classes there. I decided that my prospects for tenure there were nil. I decided to pursue studies in a program run by New York University called Careers in Business. Having completed that program, which was a mini MBA, intensive 5-week study, I went on to become a securities analyst at the Value Line Investment Survey. I very much enjoyed the work, but I felt that my background as a teacher and as a writer and researcher put me more on the side of the investor relations professional than the stock picker. I took a class at New York University in investor relations, and finally was hired by the firm of one of my classmates. My next job was at an organization called the Public Securities Association. It later became the Bond Market Association, and it later merged with another group and is now called the Securities Industry and Financial Markets Association. It is the trade association of banks and broker-dealers who deal in the fixed income markets. And I was there for a little over 3 years. That is the longest I have held a job in my career. It was from May '93 till October of '96. I calculate that I have been without employment for 25% of my career. So that means that my salary has lagged and my retirement savings have lagged. One unexpected consequence was when our daughter was a college student, she wrote an essay. And in her essay, it touched upon the fact that I had, over dinner, announced that I had lost my job again. And when she graduated from college, she was very focused and determined, and she got a job in, I would say, less than 4 months. So I view my negative experience as having provided additional impetus to her in her search for a career. How has this affected my relationship with my husband? My husband is very patient. We don't have retirement plans. He's a scientist, and scientists work very late into their careers. They're like doctors. They don't retire. This is the sadder part. We moved in here in February of '08, and I lost my job in December '08. And people who are in my situation, over 50, who are paying for college educations and mortgages, and in my case, I'm going to pay for a wedding. Where does that money come from? I like going out of my house every day and having a place to go and having people to interact with and having work that I can do that's going to help a company to grow. And of course, I want to be paid for that. And I want to be paid market rate for that. I feel anger, resentment, bitterness, and dismay. Dismay that I have been told that I am no longer valued as a member of the team.